Now, the newly appointed chairperson of the opposition party's National Convention, Professor Gumede, has hailed the event as a historic moment for the country. Gumede says the gathering shows the maturity of the country's opposition parties. 7 political parties have convened in Kempton Park to discuss the foundation of a multi-party pact aimed at ousting the ANC government in the 2024 general elections.
Of the opposition party leaders to invite outsiders in. I think it's a newfound maturity, and I think it's a critical moment for South Africa, and it's also a critical moment for the opposition in South Africa, because I mean the most important thing about the quality of a democracy is essentially measured by the quality of the opposition. I mean, it's a very, very critical issue.
Professor Gumede, however, warned the opposition parties that in order to succeed in this venture, they will have to ensure they stay united.
I think this is the moment, and this group has been blessed to make potentially a couple of decisive decisions that may alter the trajectory of South Africa for the better. But it's going to be important that they rise as individually and collectively, that they rise above sort of petty squabbles, rise above egos, and that every decision they make, they have to think it has to be in the public interest of South Africa. It has to be for the future of all of us and for those still to be born.
Newzroom Afrika's Junior Khumalo is at Emperor's Palace, where the convention is taking place. Junior, good afternoon. Good to catch up with you. One of the things that the chairperson of this new alignment, so to speak, has spoken about is the importance of unity. Did you get that sense of unity amongst these 7 parties that assembled today?
Good afternoon, Hugo. Indeed, we got that sense of unity. Most of the party leaders that convened here, there are about 7 parties. They convened early in the morning, and even in the media briefing room, they were greeting each other, they were speaking to each other. So you could tell that there's a sense of unity and a desire to really work together to force the ANC out in next year's elections. But the party leaders were very emphatic in emphasizing that this gathering together is not about an anti-ANC stance, but it is a stance that they are taking to uplift the lives of South Africans. They said this was in particular the IFP president who said that this is not an anti-ANC gathering, but this is a gathering against what the ANC has done for against South Africans. So that was the sense that we got. And also there's a significance in terms of the venue that they chose. So this is the same venue where the CODESA negotiations happened between 1990 and 1993, where the apartheid government and former liberation parties convened here to try and forge a new South Africa. Whether we will see this venue again being the venue that also allows these political parties to forge a new South Africa is yet to be seen. We will be hearing from Professor Gumede in the next minutes. He's going to come here at 1:15 to come and give us an update on what has been discussed by these political parties. Initially, when he spoke in the morning, he spoke about wanting these political parties to come up with a shared vision of how they want to govern South Africa come 2024 after the elections. They want to have a shared vision, and they also want a commitment from all those involved to say that they will not partner with the ANC. They will all be loyal to this coalition that is happening right now, Hugo.
Junior, do we expect these political parties to put pen to paper? Are they going to sign their commitment to this agreement?
Indeed, those were some of the commitments that all the 7 leaders said should be signed tomorrow. They said that there should be an agreement in place on how they all want to govern, have a shared vision of governance. And they also spoke about how all the 7 leaders should have a commitment in place that says that none of them will go into coalition with the ANC, post the elections. Going into these talks, there was already talk among these parties that the DA might not be as committed to this convention as it might have already gone into a coalition with the ANC. But we saw the DA leader, John Steenhuisen, emphatically denying this, saying that he is 100% committed to this coalition. And at the end of it, which is tomorrow evening, they would want to have a signed document that says that this is how we go into the elections next year.
Junior Khumalo, we'll leave it there for now. Now, join